If you're a beginner gardener, break up all your plants into two categories. The first category is where you should focus and where you should start if you're just starting off growing. And that is plants that you're going to eat the leaves of. And those plants are going to be what this whole video is about. So let's get into it. So what do I mean by that? Plants that you're going to eat the leaves of? Well, herbs, any of your leafy greens, your lettuce, spinach, kale, stuff like that. So plants that you just walk up to and you pull the leaf off and you eat it, or you cook with it, or something along those lines, right? Plants that don't make a fruit. And this video is going to be broken up into two videos. Part one is going to be all about those plants, the plants that always stay in the vegetative stage. And then tomorrow's video is going to be all about plants and how we transition them into the fruiting stage and what we need to know about that. But this video is all about beginners and where you should focus your attention when picking out the plants you should put in your garden first. Now, the reason that these plants, the plants that you eat the leaves from, are so much easier and they're a great place to start is because they do always stay in the vegetative stage, which is the first stage of a plant's life. And it's pretty easy to keep your plants alive and growing and healthy, and you can experiment with your plants during the vegetative stage. I do a lot of light experiments to see what different results I'm going to get, and they're very resilient during this stage. So I've had a tougher time with spinach. Spinach likes to do weird things with light, so unless you know a lot about red light, I would stay away from spinach. It likes to bolt. But any of the other leafy greens, I've had a really great experience with as a beginner stepping into them. So by breaking them up into these two categories, it makes it much easier to approach all the plants that way, because we can already cut out 50% of all the plants overall and just focus our energy on just this category, the plants that we're going to be eating the leaves from. And then as we're getting really comfortable with growing the bok choy and the herbs and the kale, we'll actually begin to develop our green thumb, and you'll begin to just ease into that transition into flowering, because you're going to feel ready for it. Right now you probably don't feel ready for it, and you might not even know what you're really ready for, but I'm letting you know you are ready to start growing these types of plants. They're a great stepping stone for learning. You will learn fast with a lot of these plants. There are sharp learning curves, and that's why I am here on Humble Growth, and I have humblegrowthhydroponics.com with a ton of free guides and references for you to get growing. I want everyone to grow, whether it be hydroponically, in soil, indoor, outdoor, I don't care. I think everyone should be out there growing one way or another. So this whole channel and my website is a complete reference for you to be able to come back to and learn everything that you need to know to grow. So back to the topic at hand. Once you've mastered the vegetative stage of growth and you know exactly what you need to do to your plants, what techniques work for you, exactly which plants prefer which lighting and what timing works, once you have all that mastered and figured out, then you can start to introduce these other plants, because plants that go into the flowering stage have to go through the vegetative stage. So by mastering plants that stay in the vegetative stage, you're actually already mastering just vegetation overall. So when you have plants that are going to need to start there and work their way to flowering, you're going to know exactly what to do. You're going to know how to take care of your tomato plant, how to take care of your watermelon vine, and you're going to know what to look for, and you're going to know what's not right, and how to groom your plant, how much light to give it, and when to transition to flower. And something else I just put together, if you're into tower gardens, I put all of my tower garden guides together into one Tower Garden Master Guide. I can see when everyone downloads guides, and I see that people were downloading all of the Tower Garden guides, and I felt kind of bad that's all these individual guides that have to keep referencing back to. So I just wanted to put it all in one place so people could just grab that one free guide. So if you're into tower gardening, that's going to be a great reference for you. And I really hope this video was helpful. I'll see you tomorrow when we talk about a little more advanced techniques and what we need to look for when we take our plants into flowering. Let's grow together.